Hey there, hi there. It's me, Priscilla B. And I am here today to give you a few business insider tips, along with a wonderful, beautiful tarot card reading and a little um, knowledge check on what goddess is giving you power today. So, first up, Business Insider, newsflash. I was volunteering to work at a restaurant in the local Hudson Valley called CJ's. And this was a pizza restaurant, Italian style, and it was supposed to have this like warm aesthetic feeling of family and really good quality pizza with some local add-ons to the menu with like Woodstock pizza and like Rhinebeck burger to give you that warm local Hudson Valley feel. And when I started out, it felt great to be part of this company run by a father and a daughter. But unfortunately, they did not want to pay me regularly, and they would allow basically the waitresses to run everything, and there was no organization, there was no sense of team effort. Um, I would come into work and find out that, I'm not going to be serving tables. I'm going to be shadowing and I'm going to be on the phones. And it was just chaos. It was just complete and total chaos. And there was no system other than chaos. and yeah, so, anyways, that was the basically the root of all the problems there is that it was just complete chaos and disorganized, and there was mold in places that there shouldn't be, and there were cobwebs and flies, and on my first day there someone had a cockroach in their food. So yeah, it was definitely an episode out of Kitchen Nightmares. If you've ever seen it, you know what I'm talking about. If not, then check out Kitchen Nightmares with Gordon Ramsay, or most recently 24 Hours to Hell and Back with Chef Gordon Ramsay, and you'll know why I'm saying this about this restaurant. You'll know what it was like to work there. Very disrespectful staff, very unprofessional, dressed unprofessionally, acted unprofessionally. Um, there was just no room for advancement because you weren't even getting paid for the position you were in. I was paid under the table. And I know that waitresses usually have their tips at the end of the night, but I wasn't even allowed any tables. And I have 2 degrees, and I've been working in food service for the last 12 years, because I started working when officially when I was 16, and I'm 28 now. And I've worked for a lot of businesses, and I've gone to school and got a business degree. So I know a lot, and I was just treated completely like shit. So, I just want to take a time to shout out to women out there who are trying to find a job, any job, and you're not finding your dream job, and now you're taking this, waitressing job, and you're way overqualified. And even if you're not overqualified, um, you still are being just like treated like a slave, basically, not being paid, not being respected, not being welcome to the team, just being like thrown into the mix and expected to like get everything, and then being yelled at because you don't have this completely insane, makes no sense at all, special codes for food items list memorized, and you only are on the shift like once a week, like on the schedule once a week. I mean, it's insane, really, to expect someone to memorize a whole code system that makes no logical sense whatsoever, and then yell at them for that and then not even have them on the schedule to begin with. They have no time and you're not even paying them. End of story. You're not paying your employee. What motivation do they have to come to work? What motivation do they have to help you? So I'm all about supporting local businesses, small businesses, women owned businesses, family businesses. But if you don't pay me and you disrespect me on top of that, that is a recipe for disaster. So your restaurant, like all the restaurants I've ever worked at that disrespected me and didn't pay me and didn't treat me fairly, they all closed down after I left. Within a month, within a year, they shut down completely. And these are like local businesses. So I know what I'm talking about. I studied these things in school and I've been working in food, retail, a lot of various industries since I was really young. And that all being said, not being respected in that regard and not getting paid on top of that, it's just thumbs down. No 5-star rating for you. But anyway, so that is my business tips for you if you're out there looking for work. Stay away from CJs unless you don't like getting paid and you don't care if you're disrespected or not. Yeah, bottom line at the end of the day, if you don't, if you think you're going to have a fair shot at success there, you're not. It's all nepotism, and the waitresses are very unprofessional. They dress unprofessionally. They act unprofessionally. The dishwasher, one of the dishwashers, an older man, he's very rude, very disrespectful, harasses the women employees, harassed me multiple times. Um, there's mold on the food there. There's mold in the fridge. They store things in the basement. And there was a cockroach on someone's food the first day I walked in there. So just watch an episode of Hell's Kitchen to get a visualization of what I'm saying, or an episode of 24 Hours to Back and Back. It's basically, at the end of the day, it really comes down to egos. People are stubborn and they don't want to change, and they just have petty jealousies, petty differences of opinion. They don't want to listen to like the rule book on restaurant ownership. They want to just do whatever they want and they don't care, and they won't even pay you. So stay away from places like that. If any of those things are ticked off on the boxes, stay away from places like that. I know there are desperate times and people need money, and they might be willing to be disrespected for a paycheck. But if they don't even pay you, just start looking for a new job. Start going into the route of like asking for assistance from the government, or friends or family, because you're not going to get anywhere with places like that. You're really not. But anyways, moving on. I just feel like this tarot card reading. Look how cute you are. Doodle baby. Yeah, hi. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm a mom of 2 daughters, and I grew up in a very abusive home environment, so I know I can like basically see crazy, unorganized, idiot, dumbass people a mile away. So it doesn't make it any easier, but it definitely helps prepare you for everything. But anyways, so I thought today's tarot card reading is really about leaving all that toxic work bullshit and dumb fucking stupid asshole people. Just fuck them. Like, they're stupid and dumb and they're fucking idiots and they're never gonna change. And it's okay, sweetie. They're only really going to ever care about themselves. So, that being said, now that you've decided to quit that shitty job and you're moving on, you're looking for new work, you're trying to get a job in your field of interest, in your dream field, Maybe, you have a special place in your heart for what you were doing, but now you're seeing a new light, you're seeing a new aspect. Speaking of new things, I got this new tarot card deck. I'm a little bummed because it didn't come with the mat that helps you do the card readings like it showed in the advertisement. But other than that, the artwork is really pretty. It's very like interesting. I guess some of it's not, I wouldn't call pretty, but it's definitely really cool and artsy. This is one of the cups. This is the Six of Chalices. So another word for chalice would be a cup. Six of Cups. So I just basically it's like different decks here because you have I'm still learning about it, but there's different types of decks. Like one deck is called the Arcana deck, the deck of cups, the deck of pentacles, the deck of swords or knights, or yeah, pentacles. There's so many. So if you don't know all the technical names for everything, like don't beat yourself up about that. I don't know everything either. But I was just gonna go ahead. No, don't pull that down. She's gonna be here in a few months, so I'm just trying to teach her how not to do that. Don't do that. Okay, so we've got the chalices. So I'm gonna pick one of those. Oh, and then we have the wands. These are the wands, and they're really pretty. So I'm gonna pick one of those. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to look it up. There you go. My Isis Oracle deck, unfortunately, is scattered everywhere around my apartment because my daughter loves to throw them and play with them and everything. So they kind of got a little beat up, but it's okay. And also have the swords. And then we have the pentacles. So far I see three different types of decks. You've got the chalices or cups, you've got the wands, and then you've got the swords, and then you have the pentacles or coins. The pentacles are the same as like a coin because you have this pentacle symbol on the coin. Yeah, so we're just gonna push all that negative energy away. And then I have this card deck here where it's like the magician, you have the hermit. So I'm gonna look up all these different meanings once I pull your cards. I did a reading for myself earlier today, and it was really cool because I think it was just kind of being like, you know what, I know there's these assholes out there in the world and everything, but you're a very determined person and you're gonna get through this. So finding that energy, finding that purpose, finding that fire to just like keep you burning and going, it's a good thing. And I like reading tarot cards. I think that helps me. So I'm going to pull 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to pull one card from each group, starting with the character cards. I'll just call them that because they're basically the characters. Hi. You can have this one. You can have this card. Okay. So we're going to shuffle, 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 shuffle. And then, so this is your character card. This is the Hanged Man. And I love this artwork. I think it's so freaking cool. This is the Hanged Man. And there's a number on top of it, the number 12. I know those have meanings, but I don't know what the meaning is. So I'm going to look it up. So this is kind of like a tarot card tutorial, and I really strongly advise people out there that, like, if you're into crystals and crystal healings and stuff like that, you find someone who's very highly educated and been doing it a long time, and not someone who is like not qualified at all. And if they try to say that they can like give you therapy and they mention therapeutic things, just be wary of that, especially if they ask you for a lot of money. Don't be giving people who've only been doing this, like doing not what I'm doing, just tarot card reading, but like doing crystal healings and stuff like that. If they've only been doing it for a few years or less, you know, they're not a professional. They haven't been doing it for like 10, 15, 20 years. And there are things that if they ask you for like $1,000, they shouldn't be, and you shouldn't be giving them $1,000. And if they say like, oh, let's talk about your trauma and blah blah blah, don't do that, because unless they're a licensed psychologist or psychiatrist or a licensed life coach or a therapist or social worker or a counselor that's using their licensed educated skills along with their crystals, that's a good thing. But if they don't have any licenses in the mental health realm at all, and they're trying to offer you mental health advice for $1,000, they are snake oil salesmen. So please stay away from them, please, because it's not good for you. Even in my tarot card reading books, they say, you know, if you've had any psychological trauma or any trauma at all from the past, or you suffer from mental illness, make sure that you have someone there with you, because this process can be very triggering for some people. And I always take that into account when I go into a reading, because I'm a beginner. I've basically last year, right before the pandemic started, I started getting into tarot cards. And then when the pandemic hit, I really started getting into it. And it can be really, really triggering in some cases. It can be a lot of mental tolls on you. So just be careful. And I don't charge people like $1,000 for tarot card readings, because that's ridiculous. And I wouldn't charge people $1,000 to give them a bag of crystals either. So just really be careful out there. Okay, so first card up is the Hanged Man, and we're going to see what that card means. So this card is the 12th Trump Major Arcana card in traditional tarot cards. It is used in game playing as well as divination. His arms are bent with hands behind his back from an inverted triangle. The man is wearing red pants representing human passion and, let's see, human passion cycle. Hey, don't bend it. So it means pause, surrender, letting go, new perspectives. It also there's a different meaning for if it's reversed, but we have it in the upright position. The hangman shows a man form a T-shaped cross made of living wood. He is hanging upside down, viewing the world from a completely different perspective, and his facial expression is calm and serene, suggesting that he's hanging position by his own choice. He has a halo around his head, symbolizing new insight, awareness, and enlightenment. And there's some more details there, but the hangman reminds you that sometimes you have to put everything on hold before you can take the next step, or the universe will do it on your behalf, and it may not always be at the most convenient time. Okay. So, yeah, so this means that, you know, be aware that sometimes if you're not paying attention, then the universe can just like push you into a situation. So just always remember to be prepared for that uncomfortable position, for instance. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna do this now. And my daughter's picking her own tarot card though. So that was that. And now we're gonna do the Pentacles cards. So we have here the Ten of Pentacles. We have this cute little family with this little child. The Ten of Pentacles. I love this. It's pretty. Um, I have so much card. So the Ten of Pentacles. So we're gonna look up the Ten of Pentacles and what that means. Don't be sad. This card is wealth, financial security, family, long-term success, and contribution. The Ten of Pentacles shows an old wire-haired man wearing an ornately embroidered robe, sitting with his two loyal white dogs at his feet. A younger couple stands nearby with a small child. The man is a wealthy patriarch who has achieved a great deal during his life and is immensely gratified that he can now share his wealth. The family gather in the courtyard of a large castle, making their prosperity, comfort, and financial security. The Ten of Pentacles is a positive sign that you have reached a point of completion and accomplishment in your journey. Okay, wow. So positive things here, you know, like you might have been in this position. It's okay, sweetie. You might have been in this position. Oh, honey. You might have been in this position where you were just thrown into this crazy encounter with this crazy person, kind of like I was last night. But things are turning around for you, and you've got the Ten of Pentacles, the positive security and blissful day in the garden with your family. That's how I look at it anyway. Okay. Yeah. So sometimes you do tarot cards for others, but just starting out, it's probably just a good idea just to to get the hang of it, just do it for yourself, you know, give yourself that opportunity. Okay. She doesn't want to sit still and she doesn't want to get up, so she's frustrated herself now. Hi, say hi. 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 Wave and say hi. Okay. Yeah. So if this tarot card isn't really supposed to mean anything other than what you get from it and how you see and how you interpret it. Okay. So we're picking the swords now. 7 of Swords. And we have this guy who looks like Darth Vader from Star Wars with the swords. Hey! Hey, don't do that. Oh, okay.
Did Angel stand up?
No. She was standing up before. So this is the 7 of Swords right here. Love, go put a shirt on. No, go put a shirt on. 7 of Swords right here. Okay. And then we're gonna look up what the 7 of Swords means. See, I really wish they had sent me a book. Like, now I'm online looking on this website and I'm like, okay. So this common interpretation, when upright, means to use your wits for diplomacy and not to use aggression. This is why it can be viewed as secret planning or hidden dishonor. Your acts may be legitimate, however, you prefer to use your mind and intellect rather than force or via obvious means. And that's how kind of I feel about the situation. Is, you know, I'm not going to use force to Like, I'm not going to beat somebody up because they won't give me my money or give me any respect. I'm just going to go online and make a video, which I've done, and just vent about how unprofessional they are and just give them a bad review. And in that way, I'm hopefully protecting innocent bystanders from going in and, getting food poisoning and i.e., a cockroach in their food and stuff like that. So, yeah. Anyways, I would not have my daughters work there. I would not want my kids to work there. Like, that place is so disgusting and gross. Anyways. Okay. Page of Wands. Page of Wands we have here. Now, what does this Page of Wands mean? With the Page of Wands, you are inclined to give anything and everything a go. You embrace the opportunity to start out a new journey or project to see where it takes you. You do not necessarily have a solid plan in place, nor do you really know where you're headed, but you are excited about the possibilities. And in the upright position, inspiration, ideas, discovery, limitless potential, free spirit. And that is the Page of Wands. And this is kind of an interesting interpretation because it's got this like thing wrapped around this person in a tree. Kind of like the tree is like almost like eating this person up. It's interesting. Okay, and then we have, that was the Wands. And this is the Chalices. Okay. 6 of Chalices. I was just looking at this earlier. Okay. So you have the 6 of Chalices. No, you're not supposed to eat that. No. Here, you can have this. So the 6 of Chalices, we're going to look up that meaning right now. Go fish. So this meaning here is revisiting the past, childhood memories, innocence, joy. This is the 6 of Cups is a card. It's a card that takes you back to the happy memories from your past, whether as a child, teenager, or young adult. You may simply be revisiting those memories in your mind, or you may travel back to your childhood home or reconnect with your childhood friends. You could go to a high school reunion or reconnect with an old buddy. So it's just reconnecting with your past and everything. So now I make a summary of what I think all these cards incorporated mean together. And I think what it means is that, I played my part as the dutiful waitress. at my job. And in the end, they didn't want to pay me. In the end, they didn't want to respect me. In the end, it was just a lack of respect, a lack of maturity, a lack of professionalism, all the bad things about a restaurant. This place checks off every single one of those things on the list. Dirty, disgusting, moldy, dirty, disgusting, moldy. 10. Um, I literally remember yesterday I was wiping windows and I looked at my paper towel when I was done wiping the window and it was black. So that's the level of dust. Like that shouldn't be like that. Like people should be cleaning that restaurant every day. And it's just so anyways, so yes, I had this unfortunate encounter yesterday, but since then I've moved on. I've spent time with my family. I'm looking to the future. It's bright, it's blissful, it's hopeful. Okay. I did have these challenges, but I used my wit and my intellect to overcome them. And the hangman, it helped me understand that, while I was in this uncomfortable position, now the tables have turned. Now I am in a comfortable position again, and I can really just be blissful and enjoy all the wonderful, blissful things life has to offer. But yeah, anyways, so I just hope you have a great, amazing day. Stay away from CJ's. They'll probably put up the hiring sign again. I suggest you go in there and just be like, you know what? I heard you guys were really, really bad to one of your employees. And, I think that, having these spider webs and cobwebs and cockroaches everywhere is disgusting. And you should be condemned. But, honestly, you should just drive right by and just not even bother going in there because it's a waste of your time and they'll probably be rude and disrespectful to you. But anyways, have a great, awesome day and enjoy wonderful things life has to offer. Bye.